I went to the #1 Sentai Gozyuger final live tour! And it was so much fun. I had an amazing time. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my whole experience there. So originally, I actually wasn't going to go. I was thinking about not going because Shida Kohaku, who plays the second Sumino, I guess, she wasn't going to be there. She is going to be at the Osaka stop, which is the final stop of the Final Life Tour, but she wasn't at the one in Hiroshima, which is the one I went to. And it would have obviously been nice to see her, but also I thought it would have just reminded me of what happened to my Imamori, and that kind of just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But I decided to go just because this is the final live tour for Super Sentai, at least for the time being, or like indefinitely. So I thought, you know what? I'll go. I should go. You know, who knows when I'm going to be able to do some sort of Sentai related event in the future. You know, we just don't know. So I went. And of course, I had a good time. I had a great time. It was a lot of fun. So I went to the morning show. There was another show in the afternoon. Same thing. They just do 2 showings in one day in the same city. I would have gone in the afternoon, but they already had sold out the afternoon. So I went in the morning. I got there about 10 minutes before doors opened, and they let us in pretty early, actually, maybe about 5 minutes before doors opened. And we went in, and as soon as you hand your ticket, they give you 1 of 9 random Final Live Tour Sentai rings. Yeah, Sentai Ring Gozyuger Final Live Tour special version. I did open mine already because I couldn't wait. I wanted to know who I got. So like I said, you get 1 of 9 of the characters. You can get any of the 6 Gozyugers, plus Fire Candle, Kuon, and Bouquet. So I got, ta-dang! Oh, Bouquet! Yes, I got her. So that's pretty cool. I like that. It's a pretty unique ring. How I thought they were gonna do it initially, is that's so cool. Nice. I like that. That's pretty cool. There's no other like, yeah, it just turns. There's no other like picture or anything when you turn it. It's just the same picture. But as I was saying, how I thought they were going to release these is I thought each stop was going to have one specific character, but they didn't do that. I think that's better though, you know, just to randomize it. Is it better actually now that I'm thinking about it? I don't know which way would be better. It would be better to just like have us actually buy these rings. That'd be nice. But now they're going on the aftermarket, like on Mercari and Bai for like 8,000, 9,000 yen. Pretty ridiculous, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, no. So I got Bouquet, which is pretty cool. Again, very unique. It doesn't come with another band or anything. It's just the one band, the small band. But you know, I have plenty of big bands to use this for, so that's pretty cool. So I got my ring, and there was a table or multiple tables for vendors. So there were like one for like the DVDs, one to pre-order the Gozyuger vs. Boom Boomger DVD / Blu-ray, some other tables that I don't really know what they were about, but the main vendor there, they had all of the Gozyuger Final Live Tour merch, and of course I bought stuff. But before I show that stuff off, I did get some flyers for different stuff. I got, there's this one just for the Final Life Tour right there. And it also talks about the Blu-ray and stuff. I got the Agito movie flyer, I should say. I really like that suit. That's pretty cool. And then we got the Jiroso flyer with Gavan and Zetz. And we got the double hero movie thing, the summer movie with Gavan and Zetz. right there. So I got in line for all the merch. I was in line for about maybe 20-ish minutes. Yeah, I would say 20-25 minutes right before the show started. And I picked up the pamphlet. I always got to get the pamphlets for these events and movies and stuff. I have a whole collection of them. So yeah, very happy to add this to my collection. This is probably the last Sentai one for a while or indefinitely, so happy to get this one for sure. This is pretty cool too because they have like thank you messages and farewell messages from like the cast and stuff, which yeah, pretty sad. So I got the pamphlet and I got another towel. Yeah. I got a towel. We're gonna open this up. I was like, this looks really cool. So I was thinking about getting another light stick, actually. I got my King Oger light stick from the King Oger Final Live Tour. Go check out that video out if you haven't already. I decided not to get the light stick because I was like, do I need two? Do I need two light sticks? I should have brought my King Oger one, honestly, to the Final Live Tour, but I wasn't even thinking about it. It was still fun regardless. I didn't need it. But yeah, I got this beautiful towel. Again, same thing as the King Oger one. I got the King Oger one during that Final Live Tour, but now I got a Gojuger one. Oh, that's fun. Okay, it's slimmer than the King Oger one for sure, but that's beautiful. Look at that. We got all 6 Gojugers, and then we got Tegasword Sama. Gotta have Tegasword Sama, and then we got the logo there. That's beautiful. That's some beautiful art right there. Come on. Can't go wrong with that. That is sick. That is too cool. Oh, I'm happy. I'm very happy with this. Yes, very, very happy with this. So this is going to go on my floor as well to protect any toys from from falling. So after buying my merch, I went into the theater, found my seat, and I realized I was even further away from the stage than I was at the King Oger Final Live Tour. Luckily, the theater isn't that big, so I was still able to see everything, and I was even more towards the middle, so I had a pretty good view of everything. And it was a lot of fun. It was so cool. I forgot how awesome all of these special effects were. So many like different lights and stuff. Anytime they do an attack, you got like lights and different effects that they do to show that, you know, the attacks are attacking, and how the Rangers morphed and demorphed and stuff. Like the effects that they did there was really, really, really well done. Really smooth transitions. How these Final Live Tours are set up is the first half of the show, which is about an hour, is like a stage play, and then there's an intermission in between, like a 5 or 10 minute intermission, where the dude who plays Maji Yellow, he is like he kind of does the intermission. I don't remember his name, but he's always there. He always shows up to these things. He's like the host or whatever, or like the MC or whatever. So there's intermission, and then after that, there's like more of a more fun, like quiz type of games and interview type of sessions, and some singing and dancing and songs and stuff. And that's always fun, but the stage show part was really cool. I won't really spoil anything about the stage show itself, and I don't think this is a spoiler, but the whole story of the stage show was basically Gudeburn was like gonna get married and stuff. Which is, I don't know, it's super silly, very silly, but you know, it's Super Sentai, you know? Super Sentai is super silly. When it comes to the show, I do have to talk about how they handled Sumino. Of course, obviously, like I said, Shida Kohaku did not attend this event. So anytime the heroes morphed, she would always join later. Like there was like an in-story reason as to why she joined later, which, you know, sure, like, yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else they could have done. Not that I'm excusing about anything, you know, that happened, because it's like no matter what, you know, no matter what they do, I'm always, at least for me, like I'm always going to be reminded about like, yeah, like all the stuff that happened. So with that in mind, that does kind of affect how I feel about like the stage show and everything, and I guess the final live tour in general, and even honestly Gojuger in general, if we had to be completely honest. Like I'm not trying to hear like, oh, they did their best, or you know, it's not Gojuger's fault, it's not blah 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 blah. I'm not trying to hear any of that. Like please don't even bother commenting on any of that, please. But my Imamori is back on Instagram and Twitter, and I believe TikTok, so go follow her. Just be wary of fake accounts potentially, but I'm glad she's doing well. I got really cool merch, I got to see the suits, and I got to see the actors in person. I think that's really cool. I like seeing the actors in person, you know, it's like, oh, they're real people. And I always get so amazed and impressed about how much of a diverse audience Super Sentai has, because there weren't just kids at this event. It was a lot of adults, more adults than kids, bro. Like there were a lot of adults, and it was so cool to see like people around my age, older, a little younger, like in their 20s, just, you know, having fun. Like these people really like this stuff. And honestly, I was underdressed, yo. I was underdressed. I had my Goju Polar shirt on, but people were decked out. They had their, like, girls had like their clear bags with like all their pins and figures and stuff of their favorite characters and stuff. And like some of the kids were also like wearing their premium Bandai like get-ups and stuff. And there's lint on me, but it's probably from the towel. Some kids had like the Goju Polar like jacket on. It was so cool. Like I was like, that's cool. That's cool. That is cool. And then after the show, there was a high touch event. If you don't know what a high touch event is it's basically giving each of the cast members a high five. They call it a high touch, but it's high five. It wasn't with the actual cast members, but it was like with the people in the suits. It was with the suit actors in their suits. You know, they're in character and stuff. And so I was like, you know what? Fine, I'll do it. So when I bought my ticket, you know, before going to this event, I was like, you know what? I didn't do the high touch event for King Oger, and this is the last final live tour. So I was like, you know what? Let's do the high touch event too, because that is a separate ticket. The main ticket, just the general sale ticket, is like 7,000 yen, and then you have to pay, if you want to do the high touch event, it's another like 1,400, I think. And it was really cool to see like because I got to high five Tegasword-sama. So I high five Tegasword-sama. I high five Tega-jun, Garyudo, and then the main 6 heroes, man. That was cool. So cool to see those suits like up close. I mean, I've seen like the 6 Gojuger suits up close and like at like the exhibition and stuff, but they were just, you know, in mannequins. So it was cool to see them up close in motion. Like that was cool. And then especially the Robos too, and Garyudo. That was dope. And after the high touch event, the next round of people for the afternoon showing were about to be let in, so I pretty much had to leave after that. And yeah, that was pretty much it. I mean, it was a lot of fun, you know, despite the thing with Goju Unicorn. I mean, you know, it was a lot of fun. And that is the final live tour of Super Sentai indefinitely. We'll see if there are any other events. Actually, at the time of this recording, I believe this morning, they announced that there is going to be kind of a Shuriken Sentai Ninja reunion at Jiroso. So the main 6 cast members are going to be at Jiroso, and I believe they're going to be doing like a talk or something like that. So that's pretty cool. So it's nice to see that, you know, there still will be like kind of anniversary type of events for Super Sentai. So, you know, hoping for more than just at Jiroso. I'm hoping for some kind of like I don't know, some sort of like tour like this one, you know, or something. I know the exhibition's still going on. There's gonna be this stop in Fukuoka, which unfortunately I won't be able to make, but hopefully they do more stops in the future that I can attend. Man, that one time in Tokyo, man. I'll never forget it. So thank you all so much, everyone, for watching. Leave a comment about Sentai. Something about Sentai. Leave a fun fact about Super Sentai in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Follow us on our social media below. We also have Discord, some Mayflex toys, collectibles, all that good stuff. And we will see you all next time.